Keep the trash. Keep the trash.
Welcome to Something Feral, the podcast where three friends watch, eat, and talk trash. We're your hosts. I'm Kate.
I'm Brianna.
I'm excited, Blaze.
Celebratory Blaze.
Yeah. Happy anniversary.
Our 20th anniversary. That's cute.
And by that we mean 20 episodes.
Blaze, you want to talk about why 20 is such a big deal?
Why is 20 a big deal?
You're the one that told us, remember?
I don't remember.
There was Blaze did some research on podcasts, and she found that apparently most podcasts don't make it past episode 3. And if you make it to the 20th, you're already in the top 1%.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Congratulations to us. You're not going to get rid of us.
Top 1% bitches.
So this is a milestone.
Not financially, but audibly.
So this is a milestone for us, and we thought we'd celebrate with something a little bit different.
I know, we should have done champagne, but that didn't even cross my mind.
Well, I got balloons, as you can see.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Can you see the balloons?
They look great.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, balloons.
You see my balloons?
If they fall, it's none of my business.
Nope.
They're behind me.
The show must go on.
You know how long it took us to hang these balloons?
Too long.
Too long.
Yeah, longer than
Women in STEAM.
Women in STEAM.
Choo choo.
For the fans who didn't write in, it is our 20th episode, and we wanted to celebrate this milestone by doing something different. You know, we've been working hard. Blaze has been working hard. Brianna's been working hard. I've been a part of the pod. And we wanted to do something like fun, something different, something that wasn't too much work. And we thought this would be a fun way to interact with the listeners as well.
Let them get to know us a little better. Not that we don't divulge all of ourselves.
Yeah, you guys know way too much about me.
Yeah,
already.
Unfortunately, for anyone who values privacy, that's not us.
No.
So yeah, should I just jump in?
Let's do it.
Okay. I thought these would be like questions about the pod and like how we came up with the idea, and like people took it a different direction. They don't care.
Mine are very random that I have.
So are mine. Okay, let's go. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Hold on. One moment.
Yeah, I need a second.
100 duck-sized horses, so a ton of little horses. Okay. Or one gigantic duck.
I feel like a ton of tiny horses is the right answer.
100%.
Like, they're not violent animals.
And like when they're that small,
They have weak little legs.
exactly,
Just kick 'em.
you can just kick them. Exactly.
Right, they can't run.
A duck, a giant duck. Oh my god,
Yeah, that
terrifying.
sounds horrible.
I mean, any sort of like giant waterfowl is just not for me. I like ducks, but like, you know, honestly, be worse was a goose.
A geese.
Wait, your answer is a goose?
No, my answer is the little horses.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that's
no
the only
birds.
answer.
No
giant-
birds.
Giant birds. Okay, we're all
We're all
aligned
aligned
there.
on that.
Also, what the hell, listeners?
Yeah. Blaze, I believe you have some questions as well.
Oh, this one I liked. Well, I like them all, but so if, like The Secret Life of Mormon Wives, you had kids with the guy you were with at 18, who would likely still be with that person?
Oh, wait, 18. I'm trying to think.
Who were you with at 18?
I think.
Okay.
And you were with.
I was a
18. I was free as a bird.
So it's between me and Brianna.
Yeah.
Because Kate had no
suitor.
suitor.
Yeah,
Menace.
sorry. No menace in my life.
All right, so between you and me, I think it'd be me.
I think it'd be you, yeah.
It would be Brianna.
Yeah, because mine was like, we had been dating by the time I was 18, almost 3 years.
Yeah, and his family is like way more stable and like kind.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a smart person.
Yeah, our families got along. Like, we were just dumb teenagers.
Yeah. It might have worked out, actually.
I could have, yeah.
I don't know. Probably not, but I think you would co-parent very well.
Yeah, I would agree. This person is a very, like, mostly level-headed, like, not an insane person.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been like a horrible, chaotic situation.
No,
it would just been like
it would have
we were
just
too
probably
young to
fit-
get married.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So probably me.
Yeah, more than mine.
I mean, you guys know I like to settle in.
She's like, I've considered this many times, actually.
The least amount of dating possible was what I wanted to do.
Disagree.
I know.
Dating's fun. Oh, I've heard it's rough out there, though. I believe it.
Yeah, I don't want to go back out there.
No, I don't want to do that either. But I could.
You could.
If I had to, I could.
I would probably stay by myself unless somebody...
I think I would too.
You and I could just live together like
Yeah.
spinsters.
But you'd have to get rid of some of those dogs.
Fine.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, the two are almost dead, let's be honest.
Yeah, true.
Okay, this one's another interesting one. Would you rather have feet for hands or hands for feet?
Who is this person?
Hands for feet. Hands down, literally.
Yeah. Hands down. Yeah, I have to agree. The only concern I would have is like figuring out how to walk on hand, like your hands like
Yeah,
that.
I could have
tough.
a walker or a wheelchair.
You wouldn't be able to walk very far.
No, fuck. But I don't walk a lot anyway. This is fine for me.
It's tough because you see people like who don't have arms who can do so many things with their feet. Like you can adjust.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it would be really difficult, I think, like day to day. Yeah, I think I'm hands down. I'm going,
Same.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that was quick.
Yeah, especially yours, Blaze. Like you have those giant, monstrous feet. Imagine those on the end of your
imagine if
wrists.
those were gone. You just had your dainty little hands.
I'd be bedbound. I'm not going nowhere.
Oh no, your worst nightmare.
It's terrible. I hate that. Oh God. Okay, more questions. Oh, this one's funny. If your friendship were a TV show, what would it be called, and what would the theme song sound like?
It'd obviously be a Celine Dion song.
It would have to be Treat Her Like a Lady.
Treat her like a lady. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Treat her like a lady.
Would that be our name of our show too?
Oh.
A dating show called Treat Her Like a Lady.
No, what if it's just us interviewing men? Not for any particular reason, just to make them feel bad.
Oh, I thought you were thinking like matchmaking. Like we were the matchmakers.
I don't think we'd be good matchmakers. I just don't care about people that much.
No, I don't. I would be invested.
Oh, I think that would be really interesting.
Or we could do it like a Love is Blind vibe. Remember, we think we can win Love is
We
Blind?
can win Love is Blind. We could definitely win Treat Her Like a
What
Lady.
if it was like, okay, wait. So you know how there's like some of those shows where it's like the guy's not really a millionaire, like Joe Millionaire or something, and they like pretend this guy. Like, what if it's that? Like we're all pretending to be like
pretending to be super rich,
or
like
like
heiresses.
just like a very like specific type of person.
And then we're like, surprise.
Yeah.
It's us.
It's us. Yeah.
I'd get found out so quick. Be like, that lying bitch.
Treat Her Like a Lady, and it's a game show where we're tricking men,
That's all we have so far.
manipulating men.
We'll workshop it. I love that idea.
I mean, that's what this is going to become eventually, as a TV show, right?
This is our starting point. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, just like the Mormon Wives, you know, they were influencers first. We were podcasters first.
And then the musical.
The musical, Something Feral, the musical.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
A medieval, dark horror comedy.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
We answered so many questions.
I
with
know.
that
Keep
one.
going, yeah.
Thank you. Okay. What was your favorite school lunch menu item?
Bosco sticks.
I was literally about to say that so quick. Bosco sticks. Hell yeah.
No, they were so
You're wrong.
squishy. No, you know what? Actually, I'm very right about this. In middle school, I remember, I don't know if it was every morning or just like Friday mornings, but they would serve warm cookies that you could buy. It was like 50 cents or like 75 cents. Do you remember that?
Those like every day?
Yeah,
Those big,
cookies
gooey,
were really good.
warm, fresh out the oven cookies.
Yeah.
That's my answer. Those were so good. They'd like fall apart because they were so warm and gooey.
Those were very good.
Mixed with a Bosco stick? Mm.
Oh, God.
what?
After a
Oh.
Bosco stick?
Oh, yeah.
Too much. But my middle school self probably loved that.
Yeah. I will say that the pizza at our middle school was pretty good, too.
I don't remember
Was
the
it?
pizza.
Yeah, I was always like really jazzed about pizza day.
I don't remember that.
Me neither.
They made it.
Oh,
It was good pizza, yeah.
okay.
Okay, tell us about the funniest inside joke that you shared that no one else would understand. I don't even know.
Oh, we have so many.
There's so much. I mean, I know what comes to my mind.
Ooh, yeah.
Lobster suit.
Oh, lobster suit.
And probably the Carol, because like whoever said Karen, we said Carol because we'd be like, God damn it, Carol, or like, shut up, Carol, because Brianna, the Shit Lake story that she
Yeah.
told in our early episodes, she first told us, I think we said this in the episode, but she first told us at at your bachelorette party at a brewery up north. And it was such a fun day, and we were all like drinking and like having a good time. And I remember like crying, laughing when you told the story. We were all laughing
Yeah.
so hard. And this woman like near us, there was those long like tables, like table seating, was not having it. And we like named her Carol and like assumed she had like a miserable life and like
Yeah, we wrote a whole
hated
backstory
joy.
for Carol.
Yeah, her husband didn't love her.
Right, yeah.
Like it was very dark.
It was not a good story.
No, we took it really far.
Yeah. It's not like Carol didn't deserve it, though.
No, she
She gave
might
us
have.
a couple dirty looks at a restaurant. So
Too
obviously,
many.
Yeah.
Like we weren't the only people being loud. It was like a hot summer day. People were drinking. Like you're at a brewery.
Packed, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Calm
lobster
down.
suit. So lobster suit was a phrase,
A metric, really.
a metric. Yeah. So I was talking about how much I thought like Alexander Skarsgård, if you're listening, how hot he is. And this was when True Blood came out.
Yeah. Ooh.
I mean, he's still so good looking, but like watching him in True Blood for the first time.
He was delicious.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
And what slipped out of my mouth was that if like Alexander Skarsgård came up to me and was like, Brianna.
No, I remember how this went down.
Oh, yeah?
Can I?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, and if I'm incorrect, correct
No,
me.
I was just gonna, like, I have general remembrance.
I remember you saying I would let him do anything to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, anything? And you were like, no, like, yes, anything, like whatever he wanted.
Right.
And I said, what if he wanted you to dress up in a full lobster suit? Mm-hmm. And then I gave some really graphic descriptions of the kind of acts you two would be engaging in. And you were like, yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And so lobster suit has now become like a shorthand for like, I would let that person do anything to me.
Like, that is the hottest person I've ever seen. They can do whatever they want.
Like, they could ask me to put on a lobster suit and I would say yes.
And it's a very high bar too.
Oh yeah, no, these are not for people that you meet.
It's like hall pass. It's like the phrase hall pass in a way, but even more profound.
We actually, so if we could dig into the archives, maybe for our 25th episode or 30th, we used to keep a running list of all of our inside jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Like all of our funny quotes, all of the things that made us laugh.
Oh, yeah.
It's like from high school through college.
I think it's on my Facebook notes.
No, it's your Facebook notes.
Yeah.
It's Blaze's Facebook notes.
Something in a woodchuck.
Jason and the Woodchuck.
Jason and the Woodchuck, yeah. And so maybe that'll be one of our episodes, is like, it's just all of our inside jokes and how they became inside jokes.
There have to be some that we can't keep.
No, obviously.
There is some shit that I know did not age well.
Or just is
not funny.
Yeah, right.
Because we were teenagers.
Well, Jason and the Woodchuck's probably the most obscure one we have, which was the question. Because I actually don't. I mean, he was like an up north man. Well, but I don't remember the woodchuck.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Brianna was like prancing around the pool, and we were making faces.
There's a creepy guy at the pool, right?
Yeah, and we were like making creepy faces, like
we named
because the guy
Jason?
was like looking. We were like, if we like creep him out, he'll leave. So we were like making like weird faces at this man. And Brianna was like prancing around the pool, and I said she looked like a woodchuck. Yeah. So it became Jason and the Woodchuck.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, and there was a creepy little girl with him. Do you remember? She was like swimming around the pool.
Yes.
And like creeping us the fuck out.
Us around, yeah.
No, but not in like a cute little kid way. No, it was very spooky.
It was more like in like the orphan kind of a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I forgot about that little girl until just now. She was spooky.
I didn't.
Yeah, she followed us like in and out of the sauna.
No, she couldn't go in the sauna. She was too young, so we'd go in the sauna to escape her. I remember that.
Oh, shit.
Weird times.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Okay. I have one that's specifically for me.
Oh.
Kate, would you rather eat a Costco hot dog during peak hours or read 20 graphic dumpster dive letters?
That's why it's for you, because we wouldn't care.
Yeah, you guys are like...
Both. I would eat a hot dog at Costco while reading 20 of those letters.
Yeah.
Allowed on the pod.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta go with the dumpster dive letters.
With no bleeping?
Oh. You know what? That wasn't asked of me. It's bleeped because that wasn't specified. So they're bleeped. So yeah, I got to go with the letters because like one, I had like a total meltdown mentally, not like actually, I wasn't like freaking out or like, you know, hyperventilating or crying or anything, but like I had just like a moment in Costco when I went there at like peak hours once and just like watching everybody like running around with these like gigantic carts full of stuff. And I was just like surrounded by like mountains of stuff. And I was like, the food court was like so busy and people were just like eating hot dogs and like all this stuff. And I was just like, this is like the worst of America, like the American stereotype, like right here. And it is so like gluttonous and like ridiculous and like I love a Costco trip. I'm never happier. A busy Costco trip. Oh, I was having like an existential crisis.
You have, okay, that's how I feel going into my mire.
That's so insane.
Why?
Yeah, but
because like you can get around in Meijer more easily when everyone has those massive carts and they're just like banging into each other, like
when they put the aisles too close together.
Well, and like in the food court, like people brought their carts like over there with them this day and we're just being insane
because you have nowhere else to put it.
Yeah, you have to.
It was so busy. It was too much. And then the thought of eating like a food I do not care for. I haven't eaten meat in like 15 plus years, and the thought of just like, okay, now you're eating meat, now it's a hot dog in Costco peak hours, like I don't think so.
It wouldn't work for you.
No, I'm reading the letters.
Unbleeped.
No.
Yes.
Unbleeped.
No, that wasn't asked.
It also wasn't not asked.
That's true.
Moving on. You have a question to ask us.
Okay. Well, this is another hard one. What's the most ridiculous thing you've done together that still makes you laugh when you think about it? I mean, everything.
Oh, so many things.
Yeah, the most ridiculous though.
Oh, I have a good one. It's the time that Blaze taught me how to ski.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
I don't know if I remember this.
So we were up north, I think at Boyne or Nubs Knob, I don't remember.
It was Nubs Knob, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, snow skiing. Okay.
Yeah. And I have never been
She's not an athlete.
I'm not an athlete. I'm not an athletic person. But at the time, like, everybody was snowboarding. So every time we went up somewhere, I would, my snowboard was in a fire. And so I had to rent. And one of the years that we went up all together, they were out of snowboards.
I think you wanted to try skiing.
No. They were out of snowboards.
Oh, I thought you wanted to ski.
I did not
'cause it's
want
easier.
to ski, but I had never skied before. I didn't know how. I wasn't sure, like, you know, I'd learned how to snowboard. I wasn't necessarily good at it, but I was like, if I want to go out on the hill with my friends, like, I'm going to have to fucking ski. And Blaze was like, well, I ski, my family skis, like, you knew how to ski.
Yeah.
And so you're like, it's fine, I'll teach you how to ski.
Which never ends well.
There's so many photos of this too. We can share some behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun ski trip.
It was fun.
Isn't this the trip with the, what's her name?
Lauren?
Yeah.
Do you have any friends? I think it was.
I think it was, yeah. We had a lot of good times on that trip.
The videos of you, like, propelling yourself down the hill, I was, like, crying.
Yeah, so Blaze, so how they teach children to ski is usually there's like a leash attached to the child.
Oh, yeah. That's coming back to me now.
Yeah, and so we went we were at the top of the bunny hill, and Blaze taught me
Pizza?
pizza. And what's the other? Is it just pizza? There's another one.
To stop? Just pizza.
Just pizza. So she had me going down the hill, but we didn't have a leash because I was an adult.
Yeah, I didn't bring my leash.
She didn't bring her leash. So with the pole, I had the poles.
Yeah, you were, well, that's what, like, adults use. Like,
Yeah, so like
I had the poles. I was holding your poles, but, like, behind you, right? Yeah.
And you were like taking me down the hill.
Okay.
So that's how I learned to ski, is Blaze leashed me and taught me how to ski. But for whatever reason, either you didn't implicitly say it or I didn't understand it. I didn't know, like, I was like, oh, you stop by pizzaing. I didn't know you needed to, like, go back and forth.
Well, why would it be any different than snowboarding?
I wasn't a good snowboarder.
Well, you just went down the hill in pizza? That's how you thought, like, skiing was?
Correct.
You weren't, like, watching other people? Like, going
Once
like
again,
this?
we prefaced, I'm not athletic. This was not me being like, oh my God, haha. No, so I went down the hill for the first time by myself. And for whatever reason, I went down, like, the skinny side to the right of the
Chairlift?
the chairlift. Mm-hmm. And between the poles for the chairlift, there was a sledding hill. So there was a big fence. And as the hill got smaller, there was a fence and the pole, and they just keep getting smaller and closer together and closer together and closer together and closer together. And at the bottom of them was a snowmobile. So I'm like going down the hill. I can't turn. I'm going too fast to pizza to come to a stop. And I'm like, I'm going to hit the snowmobile and I'm going to die. By some happenstance, I was able to, like, at least move myself enough to, like, pass the snowboard or the snowmobile. And as soon as I passed the snowmobile, I'm pretty sure I, like, threw my hands up because I didn't die and immediately just ate shit.
Oh.
You just gave up.
Just immediately.
She's like, I made it.
I'm alive.
Crash.
And then I crashed. And then we spent the rest of that ski trip with me learning how to ski. And I have now converted to skiing.
You, like, laid on the ground with your knees up at one point because you were, like, in a mood. You're like, I'm done.
I couldn't,
like,
yeah.
propelling yourself down. That's the video I was talking about. And I'm not making fun of you.
No, I was having a tough day.
Because I remember when you taught me how to snowboard and I, like, got the hang of it, I didn't know how to stop either because I was just so excited to be going. So I'd be like, I didn't know how to turn either. Same thing. So I would just, like, whoosh down the hill and then, like, roll over. I'd, like, dive onto my body and just, like, roll a bunch of times to stop. And I didn't care because I was so excited that I was, like, doing it.
On the snow.
And, like, a bunch of, like, people from the trailers were like, are you okay? I was like, yeah. Like, and you were like, you have to stop doing that. Like, you're going to hurt yourself. Like, you're really going to get hurt. And I was like, damn. Like, but I feel like I'm doing such a good job. Like, I feel like stopping is going to be hard.
Look
like,
how fast I went.
Yeah. Do you guys remember at the end of that, I was laying down and I was just like, I think I was just like propelling myself.
That's what I'm talking about. It was
but
so funny.
Ski Patrol pulled up with like
remember that.
15 small children behind him. And like these little fucking kids are getting ski lessons at 6 years old. He's like, you can't slide down. You're going to have to walk. I'm like, and then he's like, have a good one. And then like all these little children like just ski slope, like whooshing away. I'm like, fuck you.
There's nothing that, like, adults hate, like, learning more is, like, a ski school of tiny children. It really irks them.
It humbles you for sure.
Yeah, I probably don't remember because I was probably traumatized. I was probably like,
Yeah.
damn, my friends are going to die out here.
like,
It's going to be all my fault.
I'm like flipping around. Like,
Look at me go.
Brianna's like about to crash into a snowmobile.
Flat. Yeah, we'll have to share some pictures from that trip because there a lot of shenanigans.
And it was one of the few times I remember being like, wow, she
Is
seems
that
really
the Jason
stressed.
and the Woodchuck trip?
It might be.
It might be,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's out of my brain.
Yeah, that is the most ridiculous thing, I think.
Ugh.
That still makes us laugh, as you can hear.
Yeah, we should do a ski trip again.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay, to be fair,
We'll bring the leash.
I'm not like a feral youth anymore. Like, I have too much self-preservation to just like tumble away at the bottom of the hill.
Right.
Like,
You know what we'll do?
you don't have to worry about that.
My mom is a ski instructor. We're going right to her, and we're going to get lessons before we
Yeah,
go on the hill again,
that's right.
girls.
It's been too
Okay?
long. Yeah, we're gonna
I
have
need
to
a
start from
refresher.
zero.
All right, who's next?
I think Kate's
I think
next.
me. Yeah. What activity did you enjoy as a kid that you still enjoy or want to as an adult?
Ooh.
I guess like tubing. Still love tubing.
Oh, I do
Yeah.
love tubing.
It hurts so bad these days, but it's still fun.
I can't do it for as long. I'm like, this is.
Or as ruggedly, yeah.
I used to murder people on those tubes.
We loved it. Yeah.
No wonder my body's so fucked up as an adult.
Not my fault.
We used to do stupid shit too. We used to hook up like multiple tubes, and then we'd have friends that would wakeboard while we were on tubes,
jumping over the tubes.
jumping over the tubes, and then we also used to take boogie boards and lay on boogie boards like from like Walmart,
The like cheap ones.
the
yeah.
cheap ones.
And they would just fall apart.
We'd hold on to the wakeboard rope and
Yep.
like skim the top of the water.
Any like vessel that we could get out there, we
Yeah,
attached to a rope.
if it could be,
If it could float and
Yeah.
attach, we were
on
about
it. Yeah.
I remember one time I was like doing that with the boogie boards. You must have been driving or something because I was on it, or maybe my ex at the time, but it just like fell apart underneath me. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like a foam boogie board. It just, it was actually really funny.
Yeah.
This was like $1.
Yeah, we did a lot of fun stuff on the tubes. What about you?
I feel like I still do some of the things I enjoyed as a kid, like
Slamming doors.
slamming doors. I was going to say reading, but yeah, slamming doors. I used to dance a lot. I feel like I miss doing that.
Oh, I did a lot of puzzles,
I love a puzzle.
and I like doing
never a
puzzles
puzzle
now.
kid.
I'm a puzzle person. Watching the OC.
Watching the OC.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading is probably the biggest one.
And being musical.
I do miss playing. Yeah, I haven't like made the time to play an instrument, and I'm gonna have to like dedicate a lot of time to it if I want to do it again, because like
Yeah.
you'll lose a lot. So I would like to do that, but I've been saying that for a long time. I need to just like pick it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are mine.
This
Please.
one's kind of cute. What's one thing you admire about each other?
Ooh.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brianna, I admire that you don't give a fuck and you live so freely. I admire that. And my queen, Kate, I admire that you are so smart, so brave, so beautiful and skinny.
Wow.
I admire your mind. You're very smart and very clever.
Thank you. Wow.
Okay, I'll go. Kate, I admire your commitment. Like when you do something, you do it, and you do it really well. And you like always take the time to like learn how to do something properly.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Like what?
I don't know. I just feel like when you put your mind to something, like you are going to achieve that.
Wow. Thank you. It's so nice to hear.
And Blaze, I admire your creativity. I feel like you are always the person that will make like lights up a room with an idea, or like the way that you come up with different, like, you know, the way you create art in things that are not necessarily considered art. Like, I just feel like you always do such a good job, and you make sure to capture moments, and you just have an eye for life.
Describe.
Yeah, like you just have an eye for life and the things that make like life beautiful.
Beautiful things, yeah.
Beautiful things, and like not in like a traditional sense. And I
Oh,
feel
that's
like
so nice.
you really see the beauty in the life around us, and then you show and bring that beauty to the forefront.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
I agree.
This was such a nice question.
Yeah, this is a nice question. Okay.
No pressure.
No, I'm trying to think of like, because you both also said things I like totally agree with. So, Brianna, I appreciate that you are, as Blaze said, you live very freely, but you also like have a very strong sense of self, and you really always have. And I think that's like a very admirable thing. And I think a lot of people like yearn for that and like want that. And
And you've never wavered either.
yeah.
You've always been like that. Like,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, very like sure of yourself and your self-worth, and you also encourage that in others, and you also like expect that people in your life and the people in your friends' lives treat them with that level of self-worth. And like I think that's a very like you live out your values too, I guess is how I'm trying to say that.
Yeah.
And Blaze, I have so much appreciation for
I don't know why I'm moving my eyes like that.
for your face. I have such an appreciation for, like, similarly to Brianna, one, I think you're a very patient person, and I think you can see things from a lot of people's perspectives. I think you're very, like, able to see things from both sides and, like, assess situations very objectively.
Switzerland?
Yeah, but not without having an opinion. Like
Dr. Phyllis.
Yeah, it's not like neutrality for the sake of like people pleasing, or it's not like you're totally neutral. Like you also have like very strong values. And my second
And
part,
opinions.
yeah, and my second part of that was like I've always admired your understanding of yourself and your like self-respect and your self-worth, and like you tie that to things that are really important, and like you don't let like the insanity of life or like pressure at work or anything like that define you or like shake you, because you are so true to yourself. Yeah, and just like very aware of like your worth as well. So I guess like I appreciate that in both of you.
That's why we're friends.
And yeah, I also just like so respect your creativity.
Thank you.
Both of you are creative people. I think we all are in different ways, but
Yeah, you are with your writing. We are with other things. Random things.
Yeah.
yeah. So I've always respected and appreciated that.
Yeah, neither of us can write.
Oh, no.
I'd rather die.
No.
I'd rather pull out my... No, I don't know. I'm not
your
going to go
teeth?
there. No,
Pull out your teeth.
I'm not going to go there.
No, you don't.
Can I pull out my teeth and write?
That was so nice. Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
listener.
that was a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to pick just one, too. Like, obviously, you both are beautiful, stunning, and gorgeous women, and
Yeah,
I
we're
would die
hot.
without you both.
Hot and nice.
Hot and nice.
That's right.
Alrighty.
Hopefully the next one isn't, like, stupid.
No, actually, this one, it's kind of similar. It's like a group question.
Oh, nice.
Based on your personalities, what superpower would your co-host develop if they got one?
Oh.
Kristen, I think you'd be a shapeshifter.
Ooh, I would love that.
I just feel like you would be
That's
such
a good answer.
Yeah, I just feel like that's something that, like, I don't know. I just see that for you. It just came
Well,
to
I
me.
love doing like accents, and like if I'm around certain people, sometimes I'll
You
start
just, like,
talking
slip
like them,
into
and
it.
it's not
Yeah.
correct. I shouldn't be doing that, but like I just do. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I'm going to be lame and say the same thing, though.
Brianna, I could see you having like an invisibility cloak, and you'd just be like
listening to people all
spooking
the time.
around, craving, getting all the tea.
I have Brianna's. I read this book once, and it was kind of like a sci-fi sort of book, but basically women in this book develop this like electrical current. It's like a power.
Oh, I remember you telling us about this book. Yeah.
Really cool book. The Power. It's called The Power. And like it's all about like what people do with that power and like how societies like change when women get this power. And I think you would like be a dictator, ruler, cult leader with your like electricity power.
Oh, I like that.
I can see that.
Powerful. You would be in control of the weather.
The weather. I was gonna say you'd be flying because you love birds.
I don't know that I love birds.
Oh wait, no, you love crows.
No, I just picture you like control. Oh, I could talk to animals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God.
Guys, come on. No, I just
For sure.
duh. I feel like
I see what you're saying. Like if I'm in a mood, I can like just
like
make
the
it storm.
Yeah, but like
She's like, Kate has so many
With your
feelings.
wings.
no, I just feel like you like
I have big feelings.
no, not like that. I just mean like nature can really affect you. Like I feel like a walk on a beautiful day just like really puts you in a great mood and like
I'm very moved by the elements.
yes,
Yeah.
you're very moved
I
by the
envy that.
elements. Yeah.
When I see this, I'm
Yeah, so I would talk to animals.
Yeah.
You would change the weather, and you would be able to shapeshift.
I totally agree.
that feels right.
I think those are right on
We
track.
agreed together because we're a team in this universe also.
That's right.
What's the Avengers, but girlier.
A beautiful world that would be. Gotta think of a name.
That's on you, Brianna, with all those superhero movies.
Yeah.
You got it.
Give Dale an assignment.
I'll give Dale a Dale.
Dale, you
Listen
have
up.
to listen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me next.
Yep.
Describe each other's sense of humor in 3 words.
Oh. Dry, quick, and short.
Okay.
Like quippy.
Quippy. Yeah.
Okay. I'm aligned.
Sarcastic, smart, like not witty, but like smart, intellectual. Yeah.
Oh, the best kind of humor.
No,
the funnest at a party. Funnest too. Smart, funnest.
Just like smart, clever.
I want to say like sassy. With a little bit of tude.
Yeah. But never inappropriate.
Yeah.
No, I can read a room. Yeah.
Always funny.
Appropriate.
Smart and appropriate. She's really funny. Her humor is smart and appropriate.
No,
like all the best comedians.
No, I mean, for real though, like that's like what it's always at the right time with the right context in the right room.
Okay, I appreciate
and it always
that.
is like, yeah, and it's
it always feels like a full thought. Where
yeah,
you and I are just like, bitch.
Asshole. I'm gonna push back because you and I can do bits for like a long time. We've created whole worlds.
That's true. Yeah, you guys really can commit
we can
to
just
a
keep
bit.
going
forever.
One time we went for 3 hours in a car, and it really annoyed our other friends.
We've done that more than once. Our friend pretended to be asleep because she was so sick of us.
It was not me. I just want to clarify.
No, it wasn't. But when we drove to your
I don't
wedding,
join in, but I do tolerate.
Yeah, you appreciate it.
Yeah.
When we were driving to your wedding, we played the same song over and over because we thought it said something else, and we had like a dance to it.
Be a little sailfish. Be a little sailfish.
And we listened to that song like for at least 30 minutes in the car. Our other friend was also displeased. It was a separate car ride.
We really turn on the torture in the car.
Yeah, so I would say for you, I would say like silly, big, and unafraid. And these are all compliments, to be clear. And for you, I would say
Unhinged.
dark, harsh,
chaotic,
like shock value. You like shock value.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Shocking. So yeah, dark, shocking, crude and crass. Yeah.
I sound like an old man.
Yeah. Like a cantankerous old man.
Like a boomer.
One that people like.
Yeah.
Crass, chaotic, and fucked up.
Oh man, that was a fun question.
Yeah, it was.
I think it's mine.
Yeah.
This is a yes or no.
Ooh, good. Easy.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created? Surely.
Oh.
Yes.
Whoa.
Well, not to get too like into like the
Religious
God of it
expert
all.
Kate.
Well, I just feel, I believe that there are like elements of God in like nature and like life, and we see like these little moments and stuff, but I think like God stays away on purpose, like for the most part.
I don't believe in God, so.
I feel like he might, or she might be in a different plane altogether.
Yeah, that's what I
Higher
mean.
than
Like
heaven, watching it all.
maybe, yeah, and just like maybe like a sprinkle here and there, just like throw him
I
something.
might believe in the Norse gods. I don't know what I believe.
There's so many options.
Now that everyone knows my DNA.
Yeah, there are a lot of Celtic stuff we can talk offline. Oh, you should pay attention for the cult. You can get a lot of inspiration.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Favorite orchestra memories.
Oh, so many.
Yeah. We were very cool in high school.
This is terrible, but it's because it's not a good memory. I just remember, I don't know why, I remember you getting like left, like the bus
I
was
was
leaving.
so mad. That was so mean.
We were in, it wasn't on purpose.
Toronto, you left me, your friend, in the bathroom and got on the bus without me.
It wasn't intentional.
Was there a buddy system? Like, was
Probably, but not to you guys.
It was unintentional. We
Assholes.
left. Kate went to the bathroom, and we were supposed, like, we were all getting on the bus, and she was like, "Let our conductor know that I'm in the bathroom," and we forgot. And then he did a head count, and then we were like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, I was mad.
Yeah, you were.
I was
mad.
real mad. Big mad.
Big man.
So I'm glad that was your favorite orchestra memory.
I didn't say
I didn't say favorite. I just said it's the one that came to mind.
I think mine is we had the pleasure of coming back.
I did not. You guys did.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, you weren't there for my favorite orchestra memory.
It was my birthday weekend. I was in college.
Yeah.
I wasn't coming back to orchestra camp.
Me, Blaze, and another friend came and chaperoned the yearly orchestra camp.
That's the year I broke my tailbone.
We had a blast.
It was
the three
so
of us.
fun.
You probably, honestly, and like you didn't have to show up for anything. You just got to like hang out on the lake.
We basically just got to hang out
Yeah.
at the camp and
Because
like
we always said we would, and I don't think he thought we were serious.
no,
And
we were
showed
serious.
up.
He said we had to wait until we were like a certain age. I remember because it
Maybe
wasn't
20 or
our
something.
freshman year. It was like a few years after that.
Which was smart of
21
him.
maybe?
I think it was 21.
Because I turned 21.
Yeah.
And you guys went.
And we chaperoned the high school orchestra camp.
We
and
just hung out.
We just hung out, and it was great because like we always had a ton of fun memories at orchestra camp, all of us together. So it was nice to just go back and not have to do all the orchestra stuff.
Yeah, we just got to like be there.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really
So
fun.
in your favorite orchestra memories, I wasn't there. Just to be clear.
Wow.
Okay, not a great start.
I'm just...
Yeah, terrible start. If it makes you feel better, I was tackled by a football player on that trip, and I broke my tailbone. So that was one of the times.
Yeah. What about you?
Favorite orchestra memory? I don't know.
Oh, we did get to see, did we see Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah, that's mine. On that Toronto trip, we also Phantom of the Opera, so that's my favorite.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. Yeah.
I also had my first like real kiss at orchestra camp, so that's up there for me.
That was a good moment for all of us.
Yeah, it was a team moment.
Yeah. We were all very, very excited for you.
No, I was excited for me too.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are probably mine.
I still have the t-shirts. Maybe I'll wear one.
Oh, I don't have mine anymore. Those were
Yeah,
something.
I have a couple of them.
I probably do too, somewhere.
We'll wear them for the
for an anniversary
for an
episode.
anniversary episode.
Yeah.
Bring them soon. Cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, we were really cool.
Really cool.
We still are.
Yup.
Okay, is it your turn, Blaze?
I only have a couple left, so we should double up on yours.
Okay. I have a good one. Favorite/least favorite animal prints for fashion. In parentheses, be interested in your takes on cheetah.
Oh, well, we loved Cheetah in our early 20s. I mean, this is the days of Jersey Shore.
yeah.
And Kesha.
Kesha, yeah, we did God, it was so bad looking too. Like those
You know
so
what?
bad.
The one cheetah and any sort of like cat, not great, but you know, manageable for the time. Zebra.
The worst was I was
I was just
actually
going to
literally
say, I hate zebra.
waiting on
Hate
that
zebra.
and not just zebra. Do you remember
Zebra with
with like hot pink or like lime green?
Yup.
Yuck.
It was never right.
That was the worst. It ain't right. And I'm sure there's examples of it like on a runway that looks good, but that wasn't like the
No,
reality
but
of our
like big
lives.
cat prints have like a place.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree.
And like there's times when you see them in like high fashion and it works, or like you see a really beautiful set from like the you know what I mean? Like, fine. I have never in my life seen anything with zebra print that I've been like, wow.
that looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It just doesn't have a place in fashion. And zebra print was hot when we were in college.
It was bad.
Like leggings.
But yeah, zebra's the garbage.
Okay, so should I do another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Where were you all on 9/11 in parentheses and January 6th?
Oh, okay.
Yikes.
We were together on
Yeah,
9/11.
Brianna and I were in 5th grade
We were in the
in
same
class. Yeah, I mean, like every 5th grader in America.
I think we've talked about it on the podcast, haven't we? Like we were,
our teacher like turned on the TV and we watched the second tower.
yeah.
Oh, we were like totally not told anything at my school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we weren't allowed. I remember we weren't allowed to go outside for recess, and we were all like, why? And the principal said, there's been a plane crash, and we're like, okay. Like, why can't we go outside? Like, that's
Right.
all we were told. We were told nothing.
Oh, no,
They told the older kids.
They told the 5th graders.
4th graders too, I think.
I don't think so. I don't remember that because I remember I was a safety, and they're like, we did not tell the younger grades.
I remember that. Yeah.
And like, you guys need to go make sure because they closed the schools.
No, they didn't close the schools. People could pick their kids up.
No, I remember getting on the. Oh yeah, you're right. But I
Because
remember
my parents were like, you're safe at school. Like,
But yeah, Kate and I were together, and I to this day really respect our principal and our teacher's decision.
I agree. Yeah, we were old enough to like get it.
They didn't think so at my school.
Yeah, and we were in the same district,
Right.
So it was not a district decision. It was like
No, I mean, it was too fast. Like something
Yeah.
like that. You can't like, I'm sure there were like rules by,
My parents,
Whatever.
like, they turned off the news when we got home. Like, we had no idea.
Oh, wow.
For a while.
Oh.
Yeah, we had no clue.
I talked about it with my parents. I don't remember. I don't think my sister was young. Like, I don't know how my parents talked to my sister, but I think I told you guys this. My mom found a bunch of old newspapers.
oh really?
She gave away a bunch of my grandparents' old ones, and I'm like, I would have liked to really
Yeah.
look through those.
What
but
year was the insurrection?
January 6th?
Yeah, 21.
It was 2021, I'm pretty sure, because it was after the election. That was like the whole thing. It was 2021.
Right, so-
yeah,
yeah,
January
okay.
6th, 2021.
I'm looking at my pictures.
I remember where I was. But yeah, 9/11. I was just looking at the newspapers at my parents' house recently because my mom saved a bunch of them, and one of them was the 9/11 newspaper. She had like the Florida election when they like called it for Gore, and then like there's the recount. And like the other articles at the time are really interesting too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was at home for January 6th.
Yeah, same.
I was in the car for most of it because I was dropping something off at a family friend's house and they lived kind of far away. And I remember like in the morning, like kind of hearing it as it was like starting to happen. Then I put the radio on because I was like, oh, something's happening. And I like listened to it in the car and I was like, oh my God. Like
They really did it.
yeah, wow, they're really doing
This
it. It
is
was like in
happening,
real
yeah.
time too. Yeah. And like immediately after it was jarring.
I was probably still in like quarantine mode at that point because like at that point Gillian had developed viral induced asthma,
Oh yeah.
and so like anytime he even got like a little bit of a cold, he was in the hospital. So we just like we were hunkered down that time of year.
Yeah, me too. And like everyone in my family was like some sort of frontline worker.
Yeah.
So I was spending a lot of time alone in my apartment.
Yeah.
Watching The Sopranos, drinking wine.
Nice. All right, next.
What's it like being so cool and hot?
Somebody really asked that.
Yes. A friend of mine. A gay man, not a straight man. I want to be clear. First of all, hi, I love you. I miss
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, it's hard, but we get through it.
Yeah.
It's harder to be hot anymore. Like, it's
Yeah.
real hard.
I don't find myself to be. It takes a lot for me to be hot.
I feel like my definition of hot is different than what it used to be, but I still think I'm hot.
That's fair. Yeah.
Sorry. Not all the time, but like,
It takes a lot more effort to be hot anymore, I feel.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, I really got to like put in work to look hot these days. I can look good without a lot of work, but not hot.
Right.
I think it depends on your definition of hot.
We can't get into that.
Too long. Too many questions.
Too many questions.
Okay. I have another one. This is my last one, unless Blaze, you want to go.
Oh, okay, I can go. What's something your audience would never guess about each of you?
Well, I've told them so much. Probably
Yeah, that's
that I
tough.
loved pulling out my teeth.
I guess a lot of people are surprised that I'm like a gamer a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Like I play like weird like nerdy strategy games like Civilizations. When I tell certain people that, they're like, what? You know? I love more cozy games though, mostly. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Most people are surprised.
I'm also a little bit of a gamer. I play on my Switch. I play a lot of Zelda games.
That game's like intense.
Yeah, and then I did World of Warcraft in high school. I mean, I've shared pretty much everything I could possibly share on this pod.
And we'll keep doing
And
it.
we'll continue to do so. So you'll just, if you want to learn more about me, you just have to keep listening.
Keep listening. You'll learn.
But yeah, I like the gamer one. That one's cute.
You know, I haven't done it in a long time, so I don't know if this still counts, but I used to be like very outdoorsy. I still consider myself to a degree, but I would like backpack. And that always surprised people that I liked like camping and backpacking. And
You camped?
yeah, and like backpacked, like carried my stuff.
I'm
like,
surprised.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, me and my dad used to like all the time. I shouldn't say all the time, but in the summers for sure. Like we never did winter camping or anything, but
Cute.
yeah, outdoorsiness, I would say.
Okay, that's a good one.
My one last random one. Why do people claim they're from Detroit, but they're really from Farmington Hills?
Honestly,
Everybody. It's the
it's
same.
an epidemic here.
But like it's also that I feel like that's with every big city because like Chicago, when I was living there, it was the same thing. And people are like, oh yeah, I'm from Chicago, and it's like, where are you really from? And it's like Naperville.
No, that's
Right.
very real.
I think it's just like because one, people don't know where the hell like Royal Oak is or like Farmington Hills. So you say, I just like say like Metro Detroit.
That's what
If
I
you're
always say.
outside of Michigan.
Yeah, because like most people know like where Detroit is or like
Or I say
Chicago.
the suburbs of Detroit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Got to make it clear.
I differentiate, yeah, now that I'm in the suburbs again. But I also think that there is an element of like,
People that just want to be cool.
yeah, people want to be cool. And it's like you meet certain people and like including us, like, let's be honest. And it's like, I know you're not like from Detroit. Like you're not that cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And people did like, but like it was like when we were in high school, I remember like certain guys we knew would get like the Detroit like English D tattooed on them. And like people loved like 313. It's like, that's not your area code.
Right, yeah.
Like be serious.
No, you've never lived there. Shut up.
Like we at least had enough self-awareness to like not do that type of shit.
I'm out of questions.
Oh, final one.
Okay, make it a good one.
It is a good one. Where does Brianna's Celine Dion music video live?
Oh, we have it.
And when are we going to see it?
Any day
Yeah.
I think we should share it this week, perhaps.
we could share it.
the finale, it'll just be that video.
You know
It's
what? I will
spectacular.
upload it to this podcast. So right now, folks, if you listen to the end, you will be gifted,
Rewarded
rewarded with
for your
my
loyalty.
7-minute rendition,
Faux free.
Yeah, wow. What a gift. You're so
You're
generous.
welcome.
and it is top notch.
You did a good job.
Oh, Dale did
did
a
a
lot of
good
it.
job.
Yeah, Dale did a lot of editing for me, but I worked.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, if you just a few more minutes, folks, because we're gonna do our sign off, and then Pow.
A performance.
Oopsie, just kidding. We're just girls and didn't realize we couldn't add the full video because of copyright tings. Check out our Instagram for clips.
So that's all our questions?
Yeah, that's all I had.
Thanks, guys.
That was good.
That was really good. Yeah.
It was good. We
Unexpected.
appreciate it. Super fun. Some are so cute. So nice. Well, that's our show. Thanks everyone for writing in. You can find us at Something Feral FTN on Instagram, Something Feral Pod at Gmail, and on TikTok.
That's our girl.
You can also find us on YouTube.
And
yes.
YouTube.
Watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, watch us on YouTube. Wherever you get your podcasts, we're everywhere.
You can't escape us.
Nope.
We are not going to stop.
Look at how fast 20 came up.
That's right.
That's true. Dang. Cheers to us.
Cheers to us on our 20th episode. Peace out. Off to get feral. See you next week.
Hi,